morning. So go ahead and grab your mats. We're going to do about an hour of some gentle yoga. So we're going to wake ourselves up this morning. And let's go ahead and begin just sitting down nice and easy. My name is Jeanette, and I'm so happy to be with you. I've been doing yoga for many, many years, teaching and online. And I do have a site called Bootoga.com, Bootoga. And that has a bunch of yoga and workout videos on it too. So feel free to check that out as well. But let's go ahead and begin. So let's sit right on, sitting up nice and tall, and just cross the legs. And just go ahead and start to close your eyes and just start to sink in. So let's just start to get present to our breath. And for your hands, if you would like, for more energy, palms are up. If you want more grounding, place your palms down onto your thighs. And just start to take a nice big inhale through the nose. And open mouth exhale. Let's do that a few more times. Big inhale through the nose. And open mouth exhale. Good. One more time. Nice and deep. Big inhale through the nose. And open mouth exhale. Let it out. Beautiful. Just take a few minutes just to start to scan your body from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. How are you feeling today? Are there any areas in your body that may be speaking to you more than other areas? Just notice that. And just send those areas maybe a little bit more breath, a little bit more love. And as you're here this morning, just start to feel love and gratitude and send love and gratitude all the way through your body. Be so grateful for your health, for showing up for yourself this morning. And still with your eyes closed, take a nice big inhale, but take your arms all the way up. And just relax the shoulders. And then as you exhale, bring your palms together, bring your palms down to your heart. And just get centered right into your heart space. And this morning, I want you to set an intention for your practice. And an intention could be a word, an affirmation, a mantra, whatever speaks to you. And if nothing comes up for you, I want to offer up the word, be present. Just be present today as we flow. Our minds can go very easily to other things and distractions. And when you notice that, just bring yourself right back to your practice, right back to where you are. So just be present today with your body, your breath. And take one more inhale, take the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. And then give yourself a nice big hug. Just rock side to side for showing up for yourself this morning. That is the biggest thing, is showing up for ourselves. And then inhale back up all the way up. You can open your eyes now. And now exhale, gently take the left hand down to your mat. Take the right arm up and over. And just feel that nice, good side body stretch. You want to keep the shoulder open. You can gaze up towards the ceiling, straight ahead, or you can gaze down. So just start to feel what feels good for your neck. And just breathe. Nice big inhales. Good. And then inhale back up to center. On over to the other side. Exhale it out. Take the left arm over. And really open up that shoulder, the left shoulder. Get a good stretch into the side body. We're waking up the body. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. And we're going to do that again on one more time on each side. So take the left side down. And every time we do it, see if you can go just a little deeper. We're still being gentle, still warming up. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take it on over to the other side. Good. Then inhale it back up. And this time, exhale, take your hands down to your mat or the floor in front of you and start to go forward, allowing your head to drop. But make sure that your glutes, your butt stays on the floor. So if you go too far forward and your butt comes off the mat, go a little bit farther back. And just breathe. Good, and as we're here, we're stretching out our lower back. You should feel this in your glutes. And then gently start to roll yourself up. Beautiful. And now let's take that inhale up. Good. And this time I just want you to twist from your torso. So just turn to the left side. Getting a little twist into the spine. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. So we're just finding movement in the spine. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, take the arms down. Go forward one more time again. Get a good stretch. Making sure that your glutes stay on the mat. And then slowly roll yourselves up. Good. This time we're going to come forward. So just bring your body forward and we're going to go into what's called tabletop. So your knees are right underneath your hips. Your hands are right underneath your wrists. So keep the body nice and straight so the spine is long. And we're going to do a couple of cat and cows. So drop the belly. Shoulders down, collarbone open, gaze towards the ceiling. This is called cow. And now exhale, arch your back into cat. So really press away from your mat, gaze towards your belly button. Get your spine up nice and high. And let's do that a few more times on your own breath. So drop the belly for cow, shoulders down. Exhale, arch your back for cat. And just start to do this movement with your own breath. So just start to go with your own breath. And if you want to take any extra movements, moving side to side, whatever feels good, you can do that too. You can take your hips back towards your heels. You're starting to wake up the body and just explore the movement and start to be present to if there's any tightness in certain areas in your body. Good. Just do a few more with your breath. And then let's go back into tabletop. Beautiful. And so now I want you to take this right arm and let's do some shoulder circles. So go about 3 or 4 times in one direction. And then switch opposite direction just to start to wake up the shoulder. Good. When you're done with that side, switch to the other side. Same thing, 3 or 4 times in one direction. Other side. And if you feel like you're a bunch of crickling in your joints, don't worry, it's normal. Good. And then take your palms back down into tabletop. And now this time, let's take our knees out wide to the mat, toes touch, and let's go back into child's pose. So hips down, to your heels, arms straight out in front of you, and just your forehead down to your mat. Good, just take a few more breaths here. Good, beautiful. Nice big inhales and exhales. And really start to press your hips back towards your heels. Start to walk your fingers even more forward to the top of your mat. So you really get a good stretch in the back of your shoulders. And now let's walk our hands over to the right side of our mat, pulling our left hip back. So we're getting another stretch into the side body. Good, and then gently walk your hands back to center and then on over to the other side. So walk your hands over to the left side of your mat, pulling your right hip back. Good, and then gently back to center. Good, beautiful. And now I want you to inhale your right arm nice and high. So just take your arm up and now thread it underneath your left arm, right ear to the mat. So now we're just stretching out our shoulders. And breathe. Good, and then gently take yourself back to center. Now let's do that with the other side. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, thread the arm underneath your right arm, left ear to the mat. So you feel like a little pretzel here, but it feels so good. And breathe, big inhales and exhales. And then gently back to center. And then press your way up into tabletop. Beautiful. All right, so I want you to tuck your toes under. We're going to press up into our first downward facing dog. So let's take our hips nice and high like an upside down V. And just start to pedal out your heels. One heel down, the other heel down. And really press away from the mat in your down dog. Make sure that all your 10 fingers are onto the mat. Press away from the mat. Engage your core and get your hips even a little bit higher. You can bend your knees here in the beginning to just really start to warm up your hamstrings. Good. Now inhale, high up onto your toes. And exhale, press your heels down to the mat. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, nice and high onto your toes. Stretch out the bottom of your feet. Exhale, press your heels down. And if your heels don't touch the mat, that's perfect, no worries. Just go to where it feels good for you. Inhale, high, back up onto your toes. And exhale, press. Good. Now gently gaze to your hands and walk your feet forward to meet your hands. And kind of take a wide stance, so it's about hip width apart. And just allow yourself to fall forward. Your knees can be bent. We're getting a good stretch into the lower back, the glutes. And let your head be heavy. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Allow your neck to just relax. And then let's clasp opposite elbows, grab opposite elbows, and just go a little deeper into the stretch. Good. Continue in your forward fold and breathe. I'm already building up my heat. I'm just going to take off my sweatshirt real quick. And you're staying in forward fold. Good. And now gently release your hands down to your mat. And let's place our left palm right in front of our face. Bend your left knee. Right arm is up and twist. So get a nice good twist into the spine. Yes. Good. Really breathe and twist. You can gaze towards your finger or straight ahead or straight down. Remember, be present to what feels good for your neck. Good, and slowly release that hand. And let's do the opposite hand now. Plant that right palm, bend that right knee, left arm is up and twist. Press away from the mat, get a good twist into the spine. Beautiful. And slowly release your hand down back to the mat. And now inhale, halfway lift. So you're coming up halfway here. Hands can be on the shins. Back is flat, core is tight. So scoop that belly button in. And I want you to go forward a little bit. It's almost like you're on a ledge. So you're going forward a bit. And when you go forward, you're feeling the stretch in the calves, the hamstrings, and the glutes. Good. Exhale, forward fold, back down to your mat. And now inhale, slowly roll up for a count of 3. Let your head be the last to come up. Good. And just start to shake out the shoulders. Just going to adjust. Good, you got it. Just shake out those shoulders. Beautiful. And now I want you to take a nice big inhale all the way up. Arms are up. Relax the shoulders down the back. And think of tucking the tailbone under a bit. So don't let the butt stick out. Tuck the tailbone under just a tad. Scoop in the lower belly. So scoop that belly in. Relax the shoulders down your back. This is called mountain pose. Really feel your feet nice and grounded onto your mat. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, take your left arm forward and your right arm back. Get a nice twist into your spine. So we're doing a lot of twists this morning. And keep that right hip forward to the front of your mat. So don't let the body twist open. We're just twisting through the torso. Good. Should feel that in the spine and really reach as if I'm pulling you from wrist to wrist. So you're getting a good stretch. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then inhale, arms back up into mountain pose. And now the other side. Exhale, take that right arm forward, left arm is back. Keep that left hip forward to the front of your mat. And really stretch as if I'm pulling you on this side from wrist to wrist. Beautiful. And inhale, arms up to mountain pose. And exhale, hands down to your heart. Good, take a little breather. And now inhale back up to mountain pose. And exhale, forward fold. So hinge at your hips, take yourself down back to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep the back nice and flat. Exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, rise all the way back up into mountain pose. We're gonna do that all over again. So inhale up into mountain. Exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm is back. Keep that right hip forward to the front of the room. Good. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, twist. Right arm forward, left arm is back. Keep that left hip forward. And inhale, back up to center. And exhale, forward fold. Hands through. Take yourself all the way down. Hinge at your hips. Let your head be heavy. And we're going to do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is flat, core is tight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise using your core. All the way up, bring those arms up nice and tall into mountain pose. One more inhale. And now exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm is back. Yes, good. Keep that right hip forward to the front of the room. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, twist. Right arm forward, left arm is back. Keep your left hip forward to the front of the room. Inhale up. And exhale, forward fold. Take yourself all the way down to your mat. Beautiful. Let your head be heavy. And now I want you to bring your feet together so toes touch. Sliver of space between your heels. And now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And now we're going to go into what's called chair pose. So I want you to sink the hips down. Make sure your hips are back. And then bring the arms up. This is chair pose. So you're squeezing the knees together, squeezing the inner thighs together. And look down towards your toes. Make sure that your knees are not past your toes. So if you're way over here, you want to adjust, take yourself back, get your hips back. Relax the shoulders down your back. Good, squeeze. We're just building some internal heat in that lower body for 4, 3, 2, inhale all the way up into mountain pose. Good. And this time, let's take that right arm down, left arm over, get a good stretch into the side body. Inhale back center. Exhale, take it over to the other side. And inhale it back up. Good. And let's go back into chair pose. So sink your hips back, relax the shoulders, squeeze the inner thighs together. Core is tight. Breathe for 4, for 3, for 2. Hands to heart and forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And now I want you to plant your palms on your mat and step back into high plank. So we're in high plank. You can always be down on your knees as well. It is up to you. Keep the core nice and tight. And now shift your body forward. Keep your elbows in. Slowly take yourself all the way down to your mat. Good. And stay there for a moment. I'm just going to adjust the camera. So good. So enjoy this time right here on the mat for a little bit. You got it. Breathe. And now I want to make sure that your feet are completely on your mat. So don't have your toes tucked. Untuck your toes. And bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Keep the elbows in and take a little cobra. So lift the chest off the mat, little to no weight in your hands, pressing the tops of your feet down to your mat. And exhale, release. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Inhale into cobra, and it doesn't have to be a very big lift. You're just warming up that back. And exhale, release. One more time, inhale into cobra. And exhale, release. Beautiful. Now take those arms straight out to a T. And now let's lift that left leg, bend at the knee, and gently take that leg behind us. And you can touch the floor, but if that's too much, you can always leave your foot off the mat as well. Beautiful. You see, we're really warming up our spine with a lot of twists this morning. And gently bring yourself back to center. Good. Now the other side. So get that right leg up, bend at the knee, and gently take it behind you. So twist are so good for digestion. Helps us, especially when we start with this, helps us for the entire day. Good, warms up the spine, all these twists. Work our ascending and descending colon. And gently bring it back to center and onto your belly. So now bring your hands back in right underneath your shoulders. And I want you to just bring your feet up and press yourself up so you're on your knees. Good, now tuck your toes under, press up, downward facing dog. Good. And now I want you to inhale yourself into plank position. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that a few times. So just do that with your breath, keeping the core nice and tight. We're just finding the movement. And go back to whatever intention you set at the beginning of class. And if it's be present, just be present to even how the body feels right now. Making sure that you're breathing. How does the breath feel? Good. And downward facing dog. So good. Take a nice big inhale. Open mouth exhale. And release. Beautiful. So now I want you to plant that left foot. Inhale your right leg high. Okay. Good. Now just bend that right knee, but you're still keeping it above the hips here. And just start to circle out the ankle. You could circle out the knee. Just find some movement in that hip. And still make sure that your shoulders are square to your mat. So you're just finding movement in the hip. Good. And then back to your three-legged down dog. And now gently bring your knee into your chest. Core is tight. Step your foot through. In between your hands. Yes. Drop your back knee. And just allow yourself to get a nice deep stretch here. Good. And so we're going to go forward and back here. So this is great to stretch out our hip flexor. And we're also going to go straight back. So extend that leg, get a good stretch into the hamstring. Keep the spine long, but let's find movement. So let's go forward and back. Nice and easy. We're still warming up the body. Good. You got it. So you're getting that hamstring nice and warm. If it bothers to be on your knee, back here, you can always double up your mat or place a towel underneath your knee. Good. This time, hold this one back. You got it. And this is where blocks come in handy too. So just in case you want to get some blocks one day, just going to show you. So if you're tight, you can actually place your blocks down, prop yourself up, and then you can really get into a nice stretch without compromising that form, because you want to keep the spine long. Good. And now gently go back forward. And this time let's plant our palms on our thigh. Get a nice stretch. You can actually go forward in this pose. This is where you get into the hips. And then inhale, take the arms up nice and high. Relax the shoulders down your back. So good. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, take your elbows down. Little baby back bend. So gaze towards the ceiling, stretching out the chest and the back. Inhale back up to center. And exhale, hands to your mat. Good. Untuck that back toe. And now step back in the downward facing dog. Hips are high. Beautiful. So we're going to do that on the other side now. So plant your right foot. Inhale, take your left leg nice and high. And then bend at the knee and start to find movement in your ankle. And you can start to move it around, find movement in your hip. Keeping your shoulders square to the mat, meaning don't open the body. just because the legs and hips are. Good. And now inhale back to three-legged dog. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, step that leg through. So step your foot forward to the front of the mat. Drop the back knee down. Good, just take a few breaths here. Nice. And now let's start to go forward and back. So take yourself back, keep the spine nice and long. Feel that stretch into the hamstring. So here, go at your own breath. And if you want to stay in one position a little bit longer, feel free. Pay attention to what feels good for your body. It's your practice. Good. My hamstrings are usually one of my tightest areas, so that's why I love the blocks for these poses, because it can help me get a little deeper into it. Good. This time, let's hold the stretch back for a moment. Keep the spine long, so don't round the back. You're keeping the spine long, keeping the core engaged while still stretching out the hamstring. Good. And then gently bring it forward. Take your palms onto the top of the thigh and relax. Feels good, such a good stretch. And remember here, you can actually lean forward to get that goodness into that hip flexor. Especially if you sit a lot, this is so good for the hips. Now inhale nice and high, relax the shoulders down the back. And then exhale, take the elbows down, chest up, gaze to the ceiling. And inhale it back up. Exhale, hands down to your mat and step back into downward facing dog. Good, take a few breaths here. And then gently come on down into child's pose. So knees wide to the mat, toes touch, head down. And breathe. Good. Coming to check on you. Good, everyone doing well? Very nice. Beautiful. So everything we just did, we're gonna put it together. So we're gonna flow a little bit with all the stuff that you just learned. Okay. And let's go ahead and press up into tabletop. Good. And let's go into downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, press up into down dog. Good. And now gaze to your hands, slowly walk your feet forward. And toes touch, sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose all the way up. And exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm is back. Keep that right hip forward to the front of the room. And inhale, back up to center. Exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Keep your left hip forward. And inhale it up. And exhale, hands through heart, forward fold. Take yourself all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, inhale, rise, chair pose. So take those hips back down, toes touch. Squeeze those legs together, tummy is tight. Make sure that your knees, make sure you're able to wiggle and see your toes. Relax the shoulders, breathe. And now I just want you to do a couple little squats here. Yes. We're gonna warm up that booty. Breathe. Good. Here's 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, hold this one down, hold. And exhale, forward fold. Woo, so good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, step back into high plank. And now I want you to shift forward. And you can go all the way down to your mat, or you can do a chaturanga, which is half of a push-up. Elbows into your side, half of a push-up here. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of feet to your mat. It's like cobra, but a little bit more. Shoulders down, collarbone open. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Good. And then any of those that we just did, you can always be on your knees as well. Beautiful. Now inhale your right leg high. And exhale, knee to your nose. Step that foot through. Plant that right foot on your mat. Drop the back knee. This time, inhale, rise. Crescent moon. Relax the shoulders down your back. Beautiful. Breathe. And nice big inhale. Exhale, elbows down, chest up to the ceiling, little back bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat. And let's go forward and back, stretching out. That hamstring, yes. Keep the spine nice and long, really try not to round your back. So if you don't go as low, that's fine. That's why I'm using my fingertips. Keeping my spine long, good. Last one. Beautiful. Plant those palms onto the mat and step back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now the other side. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Take that foot through to your hands, drop your back knee. Inhale, rise, crescent moon, arms are up. Good. Take a nice breath here. Big inhale. And open mouth, exhale. And inhale here. And as you exhale, take your elbows down, chest up. Get a good stretch. Let your heart go to the ceiling. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, hands down to your mat. And let's go forward and back, getting a good stretch into the hamstring. Keeping the spine long. As we're doing this, you should start to feel that your body's opening up a little bit more. You're feeling more fluidity. You're feeling a little bit looser. Good. Last one. Plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everyone. We're going to do this one more time, and then we're moving on. Gaze to your hands. Slowly step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, all the way up. Exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm is back. Keep that right hip forward to the front of the room. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Keep the left hip forward, keep the core engaged. Inhale, take it up. And exhale, forward fold. Take yourself all the way down to your mat. Make sure that your toes touch, sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And now rise, chair pose. So drop the hips, arms come up. Tummy is tight. You got it. Really squeeze those knees together, squeeze the inner thighs, engage the lower abs. And now let's do some pulses for 8, 7, you got it. 6, press through your heels. 5, 4, breathe. 3, 2, hold this one down. Hold for 4, 3, you got this. 2, and forward fold. Take it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, step back into high plank. You can always be on your knees as well. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, half of a push-up. You can be here, you can even be on your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of feet to the mat, shoulders down, collarbone open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everyone. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Drop that back knee. Inhale, rise, crescent moon. So good. Inhale here, exhale, baby back bend, elbows down, chest up. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands to your mat, and start to go forward and back. Good. Try to really be conscious of how different it feels now that you're warm. Keeping that back nice and flat. Spine is long. Beautiful. Come back to forward. Plant the palms. Step back. Downward facing dog. And now other side. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step through. Low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, rise. Crescent moon. Relax the shoulders down your back. Big inhale. Exhale, elbows down, chest up, gaze to the ceiling. Beautiful. Inhale it up. Exhale, hands down to your mat and start to go forward and back. You got this. Woo! Hope you're feeling good. It's our last time in this sequence. You got it. And then back to forward. Plant your palms, step back into down dog. So good. And child's pose. Knees wide to the mat, hips back, and take it forward. Woo! You got it. I worked up a good little sweat there. Hope you did too. Let me see what time we have. Start to just inhale and exhale. Good. You got it. Breathe, breathe. Now gently start to press yourself up. Good. Hope you enjoyed that part. We have about 15 more minutes, so now we're going to do some more deep stretching because we've warmed up the body, so you should feel that, right? I broke out into a little sweat. That's why yoga is very powerful. We still feel all of that. So we're going to get into some more stretches, mostly on the floor. We're going to do a little bit of standing work, just a little bit, and then we'll come back down, okay? So I want you to go back into downward facing dog. Promise I'll bring you back down. And we're going to practice what we just did. So inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step through, low lunge. This time, keep that back knee up. Keep the core nice and tight. Arms up, rise. This is called crescent lunge. Okay, so the knee is bent here. Relax the shoulders down the back. The back of the heel, your back heel is lifted. Knee is slightly bent in this back knee. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, flying crescent, which means arms go back, spine is long. Inhale, back up into crescent. Exhale, flying crescent. Beautiful. And now step your back foot forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Take yourself all the way down to your mat. Plant your palms, step back into high plank. Let's go through our vinyasa one more time, which is shifting forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Half of a push-up. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. So good. Inhale your left leg high. And now step it through. Bring your knee into your chest. Step that leg through. Keep that back knee lifted. And now arms are up. Crescent lunge. Beautiful. Tuck the tailbone under. Belly button is tight. Relax the shoulders down the back. That back heel is off the mat. Big inhale here. Exhale, flying crescent. Taking the arms back. Core is tight. Inhale it back up. Crescent. Exhale, flying crescent. And now step your back foot forward to meet your front foot. And inhale, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Take yourself all the way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, just take your hands to your mat. Come up high onto your toes. Drop your heels, drop your booty to your heels. This is called squat and press. And then gently come on down to your mat. Oh, you made it. We made it to the mat, so good. Whew. I'm still sweaty. Okay, so now, if you have a block, or even if you have a pillow or a towel, you can roll up a towel. I want to show you. You can even roll up like a sweatshirt, whatever you have, if you don't have a block. And I want you to place it right underneath your knees. And I want you to sit nice and long, spine is long, and make sure that you're on your sit bones, which means the glutes. You're on the bones of the booty. Inhale up nice and high. And hinge at your hips. Forward fold. Take yourself down towards your legs. This is more of a restorative pose whenever you have anything underneath your knees. I like to start that way, and then we take it out and stretch deeper. So breathe. Wherever your hands land is perfect. It could be on your shins, it could be on your ankles, toes, wherever. Just allow yourself to relax, allow the lower back to release. Good. And then gently start to roll up. Remove the block or the towel and make your legs nice and flat onto the mat. We're going to do one more. Inhale it up. Exhale, forward fold. Can you go a little bit deeper into this one? And let your head relax. Good. It's our last few minutes together, so we're going to get some nice deep stretches. And gently come on up. Ah, so good. Now I just want you to bend the knees. Okay, we're going to go down to our mat, but before we do, we're going to do what's called boat pose. So engage the belly right now. Chest is lifted. So chest is open. And now bring one foot up and then maybe the other foot. If you could stay here holding your legs, or if you want to challenge yourself, take the arms out. Chest is lifted. Breathe. Hold for 4, for 3, for 2, and gently take yourself all the way down to your mat. Take a nice big stretch. Bring your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Good. You got it. Keep it going. So you're massaging the spine as you're going side to side. Beautiful. You did so good today. I hope you enjoyed this. And now gently bring your knees back to center. And take your hands out to a T. Take a nice big inhale as you exhale. Take your knees over to the right side of your mat. Stretching out the spine once again. And just let your breath release. Nice big exhales, feel so good. And then gently bring your knees back to center. And now take your knees over to the other side. Exhale and let it go. As you're in these twists, you want to try to keep your shoulders onto the floor. And if your knees don't touch the floor right now, it's okay. It's whatever feels best for your body, so really pay attention. Good, and gently bring it back to center. And now bring that right knee into your chest. Take your left leg long. And take the knee, I like to say, around your rib cage, almost like up into the armpit. And start to circle out your ankle. Ew, mine just cracked. Feels good. And now plant that left foot on your mat, take your right foot on top of the left thigh, and you can stay here and press gently to open up the right thigh. Or if you want more of a challenge, bring both legs up. Thread your hands behind your thigh for a deeper stretch. And relax your head. Make sure that your head stays on your mat. So relax your neck and your head. We like to do this and tighten up. You don't want to do that. Just relax your body. Good. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly release. And let's do that on the other side. So take the left knee up, right leg is long, and take that knee around the rib cage, the left leg, up into the armpit, and start to circle out your ankle. Just find some movement. Good, and then gently plant the right foot onto your mat. Take your left foot on top of the right thigh. And whatever you did on one side, do the same thing on this side. So if you pressed it open, do it that way. If you threaded your hands behind your leg, do it this way. And just breathe. This feels so good. It's such a good stretch for the glutes, the hips. So this is an excellent stretch to do during the day if you've been sitting a lot as well. Good, one more inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Bring both knees into your chest. And now open up into happy baby. So feet are up. You're gonna either grab the inside or the outside of your feet. Yes. You can also grab the back of your calves or behind your legs. Whatever feels good for you, press down. So really press into your feet as your feet are pressing into your hands. So it's a push and pull. If you like, you could rock side to side. You can also stretch one leg out, then the other leg. You feel the good stretch. So it's nice just to explore what feels good at the end of your practice. Beautiful, and then gently bring your knees in one last time. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Bring your forehead to your knees. Take an inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Allow your legs to open, your arms just to open. This is called Shavasana, our last pose. So just close your eyes. Allow your body to rest. And just start to scan your body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. How differently do you feel from the beginning of class to now? And just start sending your body love and gratitude for what it just did for you. We're going to take about 10 seconds of just silence. And now gently start to awaken the body, wiggling the fingers, the toes, circling out your wrists and your ankles. Bring your knees into your chest one last time. And then gently roll yourself over to one side. Good. When you're ready, press yourself up into a seated position. Crossing the legs, sitting up nice and tall. Take a nice big inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. One more time, big inhale. Inhale all this love and gratitude towards your body. As you exhale, bring that down in honor of yourself. Just close your eyes for a moment, thanking your body for what it just did for you. Thank you so much for sharing your morning and your practice with me, everyone. Excellent work. Namaste.